Ask Tom on Home Show.
Will from Bolivar Peninsula has a question about bar building.
Yes, he wants to build a tiki bar.
Okay.
And he's got it
I
perfect.
don't know what to say.
I know, yeah. And he's got a perfect spot for it too, Tom. Look at this. It's
a beach house, man.
That's the water right there on the other side of that ground cover. All right, Will writes,
Yep.
I want to build a tiki bar on the lower level of my beach home off the side deck and not on the concrete pad. Let me go back to that so you can see what he's talking about, this concrete pad. Why? Because this is a rental with about 20 or so guests a week. So should I get a concrete truck then to come in and extend that parking pad under the deck, or build a wood or Trex kind of deck with a tiki bar on top? And would concrete or wood Trex handle a Cat 4 or tropical storm better? And how about, here's the last thing he's got for you, Tom. How about a thatch roof on that thing? What are your thoughts?
Okay, let's start with the roof, the thatched roof. We call it a cheeky hutch. If you look back at the Mississippi Indians, they used to take the palm fronds and make this beautiful roof. You know, it's great until you have a high wind. Then, of course, it's going to be gone. So your
neighbor now has a thatched roof on their lawn,
yeah.
right?
And so it actually works to your advantage because of the fact that if the wind's blowing that much, you don't have this wing to lift up because all the thatching goes away, and then if you don't have plywood or something, you don't have to worry about the uplift and it blowing around. Now, when you build down there, just like the stilts you're looking at, they're not held down by the concrete. They go down into the ground, and that's how they're held. So what you want to do is put the post from the covering down into the ground. You can pour concrete around them into the ground, and whether you put a wooden deck around it or whether you pour concrete slab around it later, it somewhat holds it down because of the weight and the size, but it's not the primary thing. Those posts go down in the ground, so it's up to you to do one or the other. It really doesn't make any difference. And if it's a thatched roof, it's fine. Some people worry about fire and stuff, but anything can burn. I don't think that's a big deal unless you're having a giant barbecue. Probably not the best roof in the world over a giant fire pit. But as far as the wind goes, too, it's going to blow away, but that's what it's supposed to do, and that's why it was designed that way. Plus, the Mississippi Indians didn't have anything else to put up there but that, or down in the islands like Fiji and stuff, they built with the materials around them, and they're just palm fronds that they wove together. And it worked actually really well as far as a watertight roof. But, yeah, it's up to you, and when you put it in and they build it, put those posts down in the ground on that house. Those posts, if you build it today, according to the codes, for every foot in the air, it goes 1.5 feet down in the ground because that sand sucks right around it. You don't even put concrete in there, and it's never coming out no matter how high those winds are, because it's so, the suction of that sand is so, the skin friction is what I'm looking for is so great on those posts that they're down there for good until you water inject and want to pull them out of the ground.
So back to his other question, should he extend the concrete and build on that, or just build a wood structure that he anchors into?
You don't build on top. I guess that's where I wasn't clear. You don't build on top of either one. The posts go down into the ground, and then whatever walking surface, if you just want to pour concrete, I'm fine with that. If you want to build a wood deck, I'm fine with that. You still nail to the post, but the posts go down into the ground, not on top.
And Category 4 comes by.
You know what? On the island, let a Category 4. The wind and stuff, that's all inland where all the damage. Right. The damage on the island is the water goes up and goes down. So it's storm surge. It's not wind that kills you. I mean, the wind is tough. But on the islands, they just get covered with water. Then all of a sudden, the water rushes off, and you're pretty much dealing with storm surge. The least of your worries is a little tiki hut that's outside of your house. You're concerned about your house, which washes out and has happened many times. If that thing's gone and your house is fine, I'd call it a win, no matter what.
We lost everything, honey, but that tiki hut is still out there.
Yeah. Right, so bring out the sleeping bags.
Get me a margarita. All right.
Yes. Your life is more important. Get the heck out of there.
I wish Will would send us pictures of the finished tiki hut. I'd love to see what that looks like.
I want to see it and enjoy it. Yeah. Have fun with it.
All right. Hey, enjoy yourself by visiting HomeShowRadio.com. Click on the Ask Tom button. Send us in. You can send us a video. You can send it in writing. But for God's sake, send it to us. And what really helps, like with Will, send a picture. We make that easy. You see that little button down there in the corner right over there? It says add a picture. Well, do, because it helps us do a better job. And we want to do a great job for you. Every day we post one of these on our website. And, of course, on our YouTube channel, the Home Show Radio YouTube channel. If I have to explain how to find that, it's not the big knob on the right. It's you type it in. Tom's
Don't worry,
like,
they've been telling me for years, and I still
Tom's
haven't
like, which
figured it
channel
out.
is that? No, it's not how
Channel
it works.
3?
Just go to Home Show Radio. For you, Tom, you'll go to HomeShowRadio.com.
I will.